Did you know you can massively boost your day trading with a super effective strategy using one of the top indicators on TradingView? In this video, I'll reveal a trading method that's powerful on lower time frames like the 5 and 15-minute charts and adaptable as well to higher time frames like the 1-hour and daily charts. So buckle up and get ready because we're about to dive deep into this game-changing strategy. I tested this strategy manually 100 times on the 1-hour chart, and here are the results. I started trading with a $5,000 account balance, using 5 to 10% of my account per trade. For instance, if I profit $100 on a trade, my new balance is $5,100, and I use 5 to 10% of this updated balance for the next trade. Before we dive in, a quick note. This video isn't sponsored by LuxAlgo. However, using the link in the description, you can support my channel and get up to a 50% discount on LuxAlgo premium indicators using annual payment. Also, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Okay, without wasting any time, let's get straight into it. The strategy I'm sharing today is based on trend trading. If you're not familiar with it, it's when you follow the prevailing market sentiment, buying when everyone else is buying and selling when everyone else is selling. Trading with the trend can be very profitable, but it requires discipline and patience, especially if you're inexperienced. But don't worry, the strategy I'll show you in this video has minimal risk and is highly accurate for trade entries when it's used for less volatile markets like Solana, Bitcoin, or Ethereum. To learn all about this strategy, let's start with a clean chart. This strategy works on several markets and time frames. It can be used from 1 minute to 4 hours and more. But as an example for this video, we will use the Solana chart on a 15 minutes time frame. The strategy includes one indicator, and in order to add it, click on the Indicators tab and search for LuxAlgo Signals and Overlays Premium and click that to your chart. The Signals and Overlays toolkit has over 20 features, including built-in buy and sell signals, AI signals, and reversal bands to detect potential trend reversals. This all-in-one toolkit is designed to meet any trader's technical analysis needs and can be used alone or with other analysis methods. However, it's recommended to combine only a few features at a time. In this video, we will focus on using just 2 of them to create our powerful trading strategy. So let's open the settings and adjust our indicator, starting with the basic settings. First, for the presets and filters, we want to use None. Next, for the signal mode, also select None and make sure the AI signal classifier is disabled. We can leave the signal sensitivity at its default setting. Then, for the candle coloring, we are going to use Confirmation Simple. Note that we don't need candle coloring for this strategy, so it's just a preference if you want to enable this option. Moving on, we don't need the Smart Trail, so make sure to uncheck this box. We are going to use the Trend Catcher and the Trend Tracer, so enable both options. For this strategy, we are not using candle coloring as an entry condition. However, within the advanced settings, you can set the autopilot sensitivity to midterm if you prefer. Alright, now let's head over to the Style tab and change the colors for the Trend Tracer to yellow and orange. For the line type, choose the option with crosses right here. Next, change the colors of the Trend Catcher to blue and purple, and make the lines thicker to increase their visibility, just like this. Okay, now before we get into how to enter a buy or a sell trade, let's first understand how these indicator overlays work and how we will use them to find our entries. The Trend Tracer is a trend-following tool that helps estimate the overall trend of the price. When it shows an uptrend, it will be yellow, and when it shows a downtrend, it will be orange. We will use the Trend Tracer as a guide to know if the overall trend is bullish or bearish. It acts as a trailing support or resistance line, helping us decide when to enter trades in line with the current trend. The Trend Catcher, however, is similar to the Trend Tracer but is designed to detect early trends and is more reactive. It also uses colors to show trends, blue for uptrend and purple for downtrend. We will use the Trend Catcher to spot pullbacks in price, helping us find the best possible entries while the Trend Tracer shows the overall trend direction. This way, we make sure to enter into a trend continuation and avoid entering when the market is about to reverse its overall trend direction, maximizing profits and minimizing losing trades. Now on to the fun stuff. Let's delve into the trading rules to understand how we can use this strategy profitably, and let's first start with the rules to enter a buy trade. For a buy signal to be valid, there must be only 2 conditions met. First, we need to identify an uptrend. We can identify the uptrend simply by using the Trend Tracer. As we can see here, the Trend Tracer is colored in yellow, which indicates that we are in an uptrend, so the first entry condition is met. Second, the Trend Catcher line must be blue and located above the yellow crosses. Next, it must cross below the Trend Tracer and switch its color from blue to purple. Finally, the Trend Tracer must change back to blue and its line needs to cross above the yellow crosses again. This might sound a bit confusing at first, but it's really simple. Blue line above, switch to purple and cross below, switch back to blue, and cross above the yellow trend tracer. As both conditions are met at this candlestick, you want to open a buy trade and set your stop loss below the last swing low. For profit taking, target either a 1 to 1.5 or a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, depending on your risk management preference, asset, and time frame. For Solana, I'm going with a 1 to 2 risk reward. Alright, now I'm going to show you another example for a valid buy entry, so let's go through the 2 simple steps again. For a buy signal to be valid, there are just 2 conditions to meet. First, identify an uptrend using the trend tracer. Here, the trend tracer is yellow, indicating an uptrend, so the first condition is fulfilled. Next, the trend catcher line should be blue and above the yellow crosses. It must then cross below the trend tracer and switch from blue to purple. Finally, the trend tracer should turn back to blue and cross above the yellow crosses. Simply put, the blue line should be above, switch to purple and cross below, then switch back to blue and cross above the yellow crosses. When these conditions are met, open a buy trade and place your stop loss below the last swing low. For profit taking, use a 1 to 1.5 or 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, just like in the previous example. Okay, now we want to take a look at how to enter a sell trade. For a sell signal to be valid, there are 2 conditions to meet. First, you need to identify a downtrend using the trend tracer. Here, the trend tracer is orange, indicating a downtrend, so the first condition is met. Next, the trend catcher line should start off purple and below the trend tracer. It must then cross above the trend tracer and change its color from purple to blue. Finally, the trend catcher should turn back to purple and cross below the trend tracer again. To summarize, the purple line should be below, switch to blue and cross above, then switch back to purple and cross below the orange trend tracer. As the conditions are met at this candlestick, we're going to open a sell trade and set our stop loss above the most recent swing high. For profit taking, use either a 1 to 1.5 or a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, depending on your risk management strategy, the asset, and the time frame. For Solana, I'm opting for a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. Now let me demonstrate another example of a valid short entry signal. Let's go through the 2 easy steps once again. For a sell signal to be valid, we need to meet 2 conditions. First, identify a downtrend with the help of the trend tracer. As we can see here, the trend tracer is colored orange, signaling a downtrend, so the first condition is fulfilled. Next, the trend catcher line must be purple and positioned below the orange crosses. It then needs to cross above the trend tracer and switch from purple to blue. Finally, the trend catcher must revert back to purple and cross below the orange crosses once more. Once both conditions are satisfied, initiate a sell trade and place your stop loss above the last swing high. For profit taking, target a 1 to 1.5 or 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, just as in the previous example. Remember, a great strategy is complemented by great tools. LuxAlgo premium indicators are a game changer. Using my link in the description not only supports my channel, but also gets you up to a 50% discount with annual payment. It's an opportunity to elevate your trading game affordably. If you want to learn my best strategies for trading crypto, forex, and stocks, check out this video right here.